The Lagos State government says its Ministry of Health has developed a set of policies on safe termination of pregnancy. Tagged Lagos State Guidelines on Safe Termination of Pregnancy for legal indications. The 40-page policy document sets out guidelines for safe termination of pregnancy within the ambit of the criminal law of the state. Dr. Olusegun Ogboye, who is the permanent secretary of the ministry, explained that the policy document focuses on the need to provide evidence-based data and information for health workers in public and private sectors who have the requisite skills and training necessary to provide safe termination to reduce preventable deaths. Sonny Ekwowusi is a lawyer, anti-abortionist, and chairman, Human and Constitutional Rights Committee of the African Bar Association. We have him joining us now to discuss this issue. Good morning.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
Good to have you join us.
Yes, yes.
You are an anti-abortion.
Well, I wouldn't like to describe myself as an anti-abortion because this matter is not a quarrel between anti-abortion and pro-abortion. Of course, nobody has the right to be pro-abortion because when we talk about abortion, we are talking about it strikes at the root of the social question. It strikes at the root of the problem because you know that abortion has to do with national security issue because it's termination of the life of a human being. The way we talk about the life of an adult, we talk about the human rights of the adult. In the same way, we should also be concerned about the human rights of the unborn because the unborn are the future of tomorrow, the unborn are the leaders of tomorrow. So when we talk about termination of pregnancy, first of all, termination of a pregnancy, safe termination of pregnancy is an oxymoron. Oxymoron in the sense that it is contradictory in terms. You can never have a safe termination of pregnancy. You can never have a safe abortion because abortion kills a human being in the womb. So to call it safe, it's completely wrong to do that. Every abortion takes the life of a human being. And also, every abortion, a woman that goes through abortion encounters all psychological trauma afterwards and so on and so forth. Now, these people are not saying it. We woke up on Wednesday to hear about this policy. We were never consulted. When I say we, I'm a stakeholder because apart from being a legal practitioner, I have been involved in so many debates about abortion in Nigeria. I was the lawyer that was instrumental to striking down the abortion bill in 2016. The abortion bill sponsored by Senator Desi Danjuma when she was in the Senate. And also I go to United Nations and I know about the debate. When I read the policy guideline, I've gone through, and all those who are party to it, SOGOM, Society of Obstetrics and Gynecology of Nigeria, the PAMSEC himself, the Federal Ministry of Health, the State Ministry of Health, I know all of them 15 years ago that they are pro-abortionists, and they were consulted, and we were never consulted. The churches were never consulted. You know that Nigeria is a very religious and cultural problem. This issue of abortion is quite sensitive. Why are the stakeholders not consulted? They just consulted only the abortionists and came out with this policy. In any case, this policy is a violation of the laws on abortion. It's a violation of the criminal code of the Federation and the criminal code of Lagos State. So when you say that the policy was derived from the ambit of the law, that is not true. I have the law with me here. I'm a lawyer. I have read through, and there's no way it says that abortion is legal. Abortion in Nigeria is illegal, just to begin with. So where is the where are they coming, beginning all this abortion and all that?
Let's look at it this way. I know that you are pro-life and you are passionate about it. But then what's your understanding of the policy that Lagos State has just come out with?
Well, my understanding is legalization of abortion through the back door. And I'm saying that it is wrong. You see, it is illegal. That policy is illegal because abortion is illegal in Nigeria. It's not because I'm pro-life. Any human being, you know what is happening. I heard when we were talking about politics, that what we are discussing is more important than politics. Politics is not the first thing. The first thing is culture. And when you destroy the culture of a people, you have destroyed everything. And don't forget that these laws on abortion has to do with pressures from the West. I tell you that I have traveled wide. I go to United Nations. I'm a delegate. So I'm not just, this is not hearsay. I'm not just talking from I'm a veritable stakeholder. Many years they are putting pressure on Nigeria, on African countries to destroy their human capital. Why? Because they feel threatened by our human capital. Don't forget that Europe they are no longer growing. In America and Europe, they are no longer growing. So they are targeting the human capital of Africa, and Nigeria being the most populous country in Africa. They are telling Nigerians, please don't give birth, reduce your population. And they are putting money. And we're saying, what is all this? What is happening here? Why not let us be alone? They're also putting pressure on us to legalize transgender, homosexuality, lesbianism. And we are saying, this is not our culture. You remember when Nigeria was about to pass the anti-gay law, Britain told us that, look, if you pass that law, we will stop giving you AIDS. And the then Senate President said, look, stop giving us AIDS. But we were going to pass the anti-gay law, and that law was passed. So these people, we have gotten our independence, but they are pulling the strings and they are controlling us. Somebody in New York comes and says, you have to do self-abortion. Somebody in America, in Britain says, you have to do transgender. We are an independent country. We are different. Every country must grow with its own culture and values. We have our own culture, and in that culture, life is not killed anyhow. Life is not terminated. Don't forget that. Let me. I think I'm talking too much. I will tell you that I'm not talking too much. Let me tell you, I'm saying that that Cristiano Ronaldo, the footballer, was almost killed by the mother. Check the internet is there. If Cristiano Ronaldo was terminated in the womb, we wouldn't have had Cristiano Ronaldo today. If I were killed in the womb, I wouldn't have been here today. And Steve, the same thing.
You're using the word kill.
Yeah. He's killed because he's a human being.
There is a big...
If you use termination, and they're all the same thing because, okay, let's all use a termination. Termination equals to kill because that baby is no more alive. This is not from Christian point of view. This is not from Muslim point of view. This is not from... It is the fact that if you target the human capital of a nation, and I have told you that they are targeting the human capital of Africans. Take it from me. There's no free lunch anywhere. Why are they targeting our human capital? Because they feel threatened. So they come and they give you money. They say, okay, we're going to give you money provided you don't give birth. We're going to give you money provided. Why can't they give us money for other things?
I keep hearing a lot of they.
Yes.
So, which suggests to me, if I'm not mistaken, that you're saying there's an external influence. But I would want to focus on what's the human rights, the choice, the power of choice, pro-choice, pro-life, pro-choice, right? We were talking just very recently about the United States and the rights that have been taken away from millions of women to make that decision.
Roe versus Wade has been annulled. Roe versus Wade.
But of course, we have established that you're pro-life. The big question is, what happens? There are so many other experiences.
Yes, I've said that.
A young girl who gets raped, for instance, is not psychologically prepared to have a child. So the question is about safety of that process of that choice.
When I'm saying that, these are exceptions, the case of rape and incest, no? The greater number of girls that do abortion, nothing to do with incest and rape, okay? What we are saying is that don't target, the black. It's a genocide. I'm calling from ideological, it's called ideological colonization. Don't target us because of this. If I go to the abortion clinic in New York, it's set up in the black neighborhood. The same thing with all African countries, the same. So what we are saying is that, look, that these people have something else. It's not about really, you can take a decision about pro-choice, you can be a pro-choice, you can be a pro-life. What I'm saying is there's an ideological base behind this. You know that Europe is no more growing. Somebody came from Netherlands and was taking photograph for everybody. When we asked her why, she said, look, in Netherlands, you can't find a woman who is pregnant within marriage and outside marriage. It's no longer possible. They are becoming extinct. I'm talking about demographic disaster. Visit them. You should not visit us. I'm talking with all sense of responsibility as a senior lawyer and a chairman of the Human Rights Committee of the African Bar Association. I'm not talking about pro-life. I'm pro-life or pro. I'm saying, look, that there's a danger. Danger in the sense that if they continue with us, if they continue with Africa, we are going to be in trouble. Because what they are doing is that, look, why can't they give you more? They can give us money to tar our roads. There's no light in Nigeria, many African countries. But they are giving us money for abortion, transgender, homosexual. Don't you see something wrong there?
You sound like we're an influencee.
Yes, we are being influenced.
Right? If we have to put it that way. But if we had to go with that notion, I beg your pardon, sir, just for a second, please.
And what we are saying, what we keep on saying, look, why are you targeting us? Why give us money for bad things, okay? And we keep on struggling about this. So I'm very much informed in this. I'm not saying, not from hearsay. I'm a stakeholder. In the last 20 years, I've been involved. And I will tell you categorically that this is what they are doing with us. And we should be worried of it. We should grow with our own distance.
There are two issues that I think that we should deal with here. Yes. One is the issue of legality. And I'm sure you're aware that in 2011, the Lagos State House of Assembly actually updated, the criminal code just to make allowance for safe abortion.
I have looked at that law. It's not there. It's not there.
It's not where?
I have read the criminal code of Lagos upside down. I have it. It's not there. Section 145, 146, 147 say categorically that you do not perform abortion, and any person that gives any woman noxious substance or instrument that will lead to termination of pregnancy should go to jail for 5 years. In the federal law, which I have in front of me, says life imprisonment. It's a very serious matter. I'm a lawyer. I'm not a felony. Section 201, which is sometimes referred to, that's called surgical operation, says that a person can perform surgical operation on a human person or an unborn child in order to preserve the health of the mother.
Yes.
That is not an abortion law at all. That is surgical operation performed on a person or an unborn child to preserve the life of the mother. Section 201 of the Lagos criminal law. I read it upside down. There's no way it says that at all. So why is this policy trying to say that safe termination of a pregnancy within the ambit of the law? That is illegal. That is unconstitutional. That cannot be accepted because we were not consulted.
What about the guidelines even from the federal government?
The guidelines from the federal government, the same thing. I know them, I can tell them. Federal Ministry of Health, I have told them several times, I said, look, don't do abortion because you'll be saving lives. I don't know why Federal Ministry of Health and now Lagos State Ministry of Health are involved in this whole show to kill our babies. That is not the reason why they were set up. They were set up to give us primary health. In Nigeria today, if I'm sick today, I'm in danger. Now, you have Ministry of Health who should ensure that I get Panadol when I have headache. It's not delving in abortion and all that. That is completely wrong. And don't forget that we are going to court. We are going to court. We are going to court on this. We are going to court on this. We are going to strike down this so-called 40-page policy. I read it. We are going to court. And there's no way the Lagos State governor can get away with it. This is completely uncalled for. It's a violation of our rights, and it's completely unacceptable.
But whose rights do you speak of, Mr. Ekwowusi? How objective have we been in, and inclusive have we been in the voices of the keyword rights?
Yes.
And that's what this conversation is about. I don't think this conversation is really about pro or, we're talking about safety. I think we all need to agree that safety at the very least is very
because you feel
important.
strongly about not killing babies. But what about, the need to protect
the life of the baby? Because that baby is vulnerable in the womb.
What about the life of the mother?
Life of the mother, what happened is that, in the case of life of the mother, that is a different thing altogether. You don't set out to kill any of them. Yes. If in the process of trying to do that, the mother dies, sorry, it's a very pity. But what the law says that try to save the life of both.
Yes.
But don't try to kill any one of them because that baby in the womb is vulnerable. You know that, we are all once in the womb. I was once in the womb. You are once in the womb. If I was killed...
As a fetus. Once in the womb as a fetus.
It's not fetus. It's
and
a human being.
That's the technical term.
That one Roe versus Wade. It's very unthinkable that America, where abortion is very thrive, has now another Roe versus Wade, and here in Nigeria we are talking about
America has given the power to states
exactly
to decide how they
but it's not like a constitutional thing. Not a constitutional thing. But here,
well, it's still being debated. But what is important is you know, of course, that even in France, even in the UK,
yes.
Just like Abby said, it's about the fetus. At what point does it become alive? In France, for example, I think it's after 12 weeks.
Yes.
In America, it's after 15 weeks. Are those not the kind of details that you should, give to Nigerians so that people can make informed choices?
No. What the law says our law says unborn child. Our laws call this unborn child. If you want, I can read it, but we don't have that time. He said unborn child. Which means the law recognizes that fetus. Well, it has not been made, so it has not been annulled. Until it is annulled, let us operate within the ambit of the rule of law. That's what we are telling the Lagos State government. Operate within the law. I would like to do a debate between the permanent secretary, Dr. Ubuwe, and all that, or stakeholders, or Sogom. I would like to debate with them to find out, look, where are they coming from? I'm a lawyer, and I look at this law, comprehensive law. There's no way I can find any right to abortion. The document itself, I read it, safe termination of a pregnancy is oxymoron. How can termination be safe? When you have killed the baby, because that fetus is a potential human being. It's not a quantity of meat.
But still back to the law.
Yes.
Is this about you disagreeing with a law that has been passed, or is it about you saying
but
that it's an illegality?
Don't forget that this guideline is not law. That's what I want to say.
It's a policy, yes.
It's a policy. Policy versus law is not a law. So we can disobey it. I can disobey it. I will only obey the law. Guideline passed is not a law, so it goes nowhere. So, and I've said that we're going to challenge it.
How do you disobey it? You're a man.
No, because it's not a law. It's not a law. A guideline is like a directive. President Buhari gives a directive. It's not a law. Until it's a law means that the legislature passes it as a law. It has a force of law. But this directive of the Lagos State government has no force of law.
Because my worry about your argument, and you have your right to it, is that you seem to put religion and culture above science.
Yes, cultural nuances.
But
that's where we have a bit of an issue.
Religion and culture are part of our... I started this conversation by saying that the most important thing in our life is culture, and at the heart of culture is religion.
Science should the question of health.
But this, so when you destroy religion and culture, you have destroyed the people. In United Nations, I go to United Nations.
Okay.
United Nations says that in trying to make a law, you must respect the culture, tradition, and philosophical convictions of the people.
Right. And on that point, Mr. Ekwowusi, let's talk about these cultural nuances that you speak of. Nigeria, for instance, you look at northern Nigeria, we have a very rife situation of child brides. What law protects unwanted children? You have kids who are married off. This is a conversation that is pretty much still gaining momentum.
And they actually
become mothers. Are they psychologically, physiologically responsible and ready for that kind of responsibility?
Okay.
Motherhood is not just about, I have a life growing inside of me. Are you prepared for that? It's a lifetime commitment. What do we want to say particularly about that, child brides?
Child right, as it is, the child right is Section 4, Section 17, I think Section 23 also talks about the rights of the unborn. That is the situation. But I've read all this, so and I'm sure lawyers who are listening to me will also know that what I'm saying is right. Even law of Lagos State, child rights law of Lagos State also recognizes the unborn child. What we are saying is that there are situations where this can happen. One thing has happened around that. It's a different thing altogether. But to not make a law for that, what we are saying is that many young people who have no issue about, who didn't want to do abortion before, will start doing it. One of the parties that worked with the Lagos State government on this 40-page document is called Maristope. Maristope, they have abortion clinic all over Africa. In Nigeria, they also have. Maristope is a notorious abortion clinic, abortion organization in the United Kingdom. They're in Nigeria. Now, what they do in their clinic, they have gone there with a policeman, because a petition was written that they were aborting girls without the consent of their parents, underage girls. And when we got there, we saw a girl who was taking contraceptives so that she would not become pregnant. You see, what I'm saying is, it's not about pro-life now. The life of that girl is in danger. Life of so many girls in danger. They had their clinic in Surrey, very close to my office. So I know what I'm talking about. When the police got there, the police handcuffed Dr. Bernard, who we met with these girls. They go there to take that dangerous contraceptives. It can be your daughter, it can be my daughter. I'm talking about life now. Forget about my religious conviction.
Statistics globally show that when you create a conducive environment, the death rate is so low to 100,000 abortions, safe abortions being prepared. But that's not even my point. My point is, one, at what point does a pregnancy become a baby? At what point does life? And secondly, I would like you to take the two together. Should we be mixing law and morality together? Because we are talking two different things.
I will take this on because there's no law that has no minimum of morality. Any law you find in this life, for instance, all the laws we have, they are all from Roman law, and those Roman law have their roots in morality and all that. For instance, the concept of an affidavit. An affidavit said, you must tell the truth in an affidavit. That is morality. Armed robbery, don't steal, is morality. Our laws are basically morality. So that's what I'm trying to say, because people make that mistake. They say, law is not morality. I agree, law is not morality, but every law has a minimum of moral content, otherwise it not becomes a law. We're talking about stealing the national wealth. Politicians who are going about stealing. Stealing is also condemned by the 10 Commandments, though for those who are Christians. I'm sure in Islam, stealing is not allowed. So when we talk about morality and all that, they are all mixed. So you can never say where morality begins and where law begins. Don't forget that if you read the Bible, it was okay. At the fetus,
yes.
At very beginning, the fetus, when the egg mixes with the sperm, human life starts. Because that time, for those who are Christians, God puts the soul. Don't forget that human being is not made up of only body.
This is religion.
There's also soul.
This is religion or
No,
science.
whether we like it or not, you are not a quantity of meat. You have a soul. I have a soul. Whether you like it or not, I'm not an animal. We have a soul. Okay, whether you like it or not. Even animals believe in that. Even pagans believe that human beings have a soul. What I'm saying is that from the conception, life starts. And don't tamper with that, because it's a potential life. That's why in UK you have what's called double murder. If somebody kills a pregnant woman in UK, he is charged for double murder because the child in the womb, it's a human being. If I hit a pregnant woman and she dies, I have killed two persons. So from the beginning, it's a potential. If you remove that, you say, quantity of meat, it's a potential human being. And if a wife says that I'm the owner of my body, I'm going to do what I like with my body. In Africa, one person does not own a child. That woman is not solely responsible because the husband also is a part of that pregnancy. So she can't say, I go to my house, I do out of my house, I do a pregnancy.
What about the single lady?
Single ladies, well, it's the same issue because the man is responsible. So if she can't say, I'm the owner of the baby. No, you're not the owner of the baby because a man is responsible. Even when the man has run away, your body is not just your own in that sense of saying, I can do what I like in my body. If I smoke Indian hemp in secret, they're going to catch me. And they're going to try me because I can't say, I'm privately smoking India because what they're saying is that, look, abortion is a private right. Respect it. Don't bring your religion into it. Let them exercise their right. The right has a reciprocal duty. You can't just exercise your right to the extent that you kill a child. That child also has a right. And that's why the law has said that laws talk about unborn child has a right.
Let me just come in very quickly. You spoke earlier about the interrelation between morality and the law. If they are mixed, how do we justify it morally? For instance, in some cultures, it's quite okay to marry off little girls. Why is that? Give me a justification for that from a moral perspective.
This point of view is not really relative. It's quite objective. The fact that some people are doing the opposite thing does not make it the rule. Those people are transgressors. In the north, you find big people marrying underage girls, which is completely terrible. It's condemnable.
From a moral perspective, right?
No, but also from law, because I tell that law, every law has an element of morality. Okay. From morality and also in the law, they are both condemning it because how can a grown-up man, marrying a girl who is underage for that matter, is completely condemnable and all that. So it is wrong morally. And legally.
Now, in that particular situation, an example you've just created, say she's a 12-year-old little bride and she gets pregnant. Give me your assessment of that situation.
Pregnancy is not a different thing because pregnancy is not a disease. Pregnancy is not a crime. Okay? What happens is that she can be taken to a safe place. I've been involved in case of incest. A father, with a daughter. And we have said, look, this is terrible. Okay? But two wrongs cannot make a right. First wrong, is that this pregnancy has occurred. This 12-year-old girl has been impregnated. This is terrible. It's wrong.
How do you deal
You
with it?
can't go and commit another one. You take the girl to another place, okay, so that she can deliver the baby, and if she doesn't want the baby, that baby can be given for adoption. I have been involved in so many babies. I have said so many babies in this way.
In such instance, abortion will not be permitted.
Of course, because they are doing the second
12-year-old.
and you're endangering the life of that 12 years. Abortion is not like water. I wish I had come here to show you an abortion. I have a life abortion that was done. I documented it. The eyes of the doctor was closed and the girl was closed. Quantity of blood coming out. It is dangerous.
That's why this policy is about safety.
Safety.
Safety is the key word. Let's not deviate from what it is.
It's like making armed robbery safe. Armed robbery is a wrong. You don't make it safe. Abortion is a wrong. You cannot make it safe. What is not legal, you can't say safe. It's an oxymoron.
I think those are mutually exclusive examples.
On behalf of women who feel these things personally.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that I would like to come for a debate in this matter because first of all, we're talking about the rule of law. The law has provided, said, do not do it. The lawmakers knew where the law has not amended. The Lagos Criminal Law Act 2011 has no provision for abortion. So why should a policy be based on it? These women who are craving for abortion or whatever, the question we have to ask, look, in Africa, and not that there are many, because the first thing that a woman needs is they get a good job, women empowerment, we're talking about, to go to school. Many of them are hungry. So abortion is not the first thing. Abortion can be the 10th thing. I'm not saying that I'm imposing my view on all that. What I'm saying is that government should not be involved in this matter. Let the individual decide. If a woman feels I want to do abortion, so be it. But the government should not use the coercive power of the state to impose it on us. That's the point I'm making.
It's not imposing.
Yeah, it's not an imposition at all.
Government is saying that in the event that you decide that this is the choice that you are going to make,
yes,
let us create an environment that will make it safe.
What
so that you know the practitioners, tested, professionals that you can go to.
Especially citing the example you just gave about it being
about the child, yes.
No, the government, the state should not use the coercive power, for that. That is a view that is taken by individual. In any case, we are working with the law. The law says, don't do it. So, until the law is changed, the governor cannot say...
Let's talk about the rudiments of this law. What informs that thinking for no, it's wrong?
The law was made, the law is in place.
Who made that law?
It's actually is an African thing, except for, I think, in Tunisia, in South Africa, Mozambique, and Cape Verde, where abortion is allowed to, some relative extent. Yes. It looks like the other, rest of African countries are like Nigeria, arguing in the manner.
Because why is that? Why is that? You don't forget that, sincerely speaking, that the family in Africa is a safety net in the sense that if you have a problem, you go to the family. The family protects us, unlike the West where you have social system that protects. So that's why the human being, overpopulation, that's where they are going. We are saying that, look, that countries that have taken overpopulation, that have started with this, what we are starting now, giving contraceptives, not allowing birth and all that, they have ended up badly. The last time I went to Michigan, I was surprised because I was seeing so many old people. They are becoming extinct. Why is it that Canada is opening these doors and saying, come? Because they are looking for working force. Nigeria, what they are telling us in the US is that, don't let what happened to us happen to you. They keep on telling me this. And what happened is that they took to all this control of childbirth and they have ended up badly. They can't, that's why they welcome Asians. If you go to the US, you find the supermarkets are filled by Asians who are not that. UK is something. I was in London, I was shocked by because many of them are immigrants who are coming there because they all have population. If Nigeria continues, Nigeria will be like them. That's why we are saying, do not do it.
You're already a very populated country.
Yeah, Lagos is
nobody's worried about Lagos might become an aging country.
Lagos is exploding. Your village is empty, my village is empty. Lagos is overpopulated because people are coming into Lagos every day.
No, not Lagos. Nigeria is populated.
My village is empty. My village is empty. My village.
More than 200 million Nigerians.
If you go to Kano, if you go to Kaduna, the whole of North, you see parts of land, very few human beings. Okay?
Kano is a bustling city.
Yeah, because
we have just 10 seconds to go. Before we let you go, what allowance, as the law is, what allowance does it give to people who might have the need to terminate pregnancy for valid reasons. Is there any allowance within the law?
There's no provision in the law for that. We should obey the law. There's no allowance for that. Even the mother said that they are always talking about. The mother.
In case of a rape?
Because of a rape, you see, I've said that 2 wrongs cannot make a right. Rape does not happen every day. It's an exception. Even if I agree with you that in case of rape, you can go abortion. You can have only 5 abortions in Lagos State for a year. But you can only 5 in case of rape. That's okay. Let's allow abortion in rape. 5 only. The majority of the girls who go to abortion clinics have nothing to do with rape. These are people who have found themselves in trouble. Young girls whose boyfriends are happening along that.
But you saying that it's wrong means that you've completely wiped out the chance for those who have in fact been raped.
Health of the child.
All right, Mr. Ekwowusi, we don't want to trivialize the gravity of the situation. Safety is what the policy was about. We want to thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.